the snowing cold. We've got it nice and warm. In here you find both young and old, seeking shelter from the storm. It's the spirit of the sea.
Good morning and welcome to the very last day of Vlogmas. I am gonna miss Vlogmas terribly. It has added so much to my Christmas joy. This recording little snippets of my day and getting the chance to connect with you every single day. I really wish you could all just come over and we could hang out and have some tea and knit and chat. Wouldn't that be nice? I am so gonna miss you. Thank you so much for watching, for connecting, reaching out. I'm so grateful for this community. It is Christmas morning and everything is as it should be. I'm tired. Our guests left around 2 in the morning, but I'm tired in that wonderfully content way that all is good, and all I have to do is bring myself down to the couch. We're gonna watch The Hobbit, and I'm gonna cast on my Christmas Day project. This is such a special thing that I am looking forward to every year. I have packed it in my brand new project bag from Knitwear by Maki. She sells her bags on Instagram and I am gonna link her in the show notes because she has started also shipping internationally now. And her bags are just so well made. They always have this folded button that really makes them stand up so well. I will unzip the bag and then I will fold the top down like this, because then I can put it on the floor or in the couch and I can keep my yarn in there and just knit directly from the bag. They all have pockets on the inside and they also always have a strap so that you can easily carry your knitting with you. I have been waiting to put this one to use. In it I have the yarn. This is a new to me yarn, Rosarios. It is a very sturdy yarn. It feels like this kind of workhorse yarn that will just get you everywhere. It is a Portuguese yarn. It is 100% wool, non-treated. It has a little bit of tooth, but it doesn't feel overly rustic. I am gonna knit myself a sweater. I'm gonna start up here with a high neck and some ribbing. Then I'm gonna continue the ribbing all throughout the sleeves so that I get fitted slim sleeves. And then on the body, I'm gonna do stockinette stitch, and I'm gonna do a little positive ease on the body and relatively short. I am gonna do a compound raglan where I will start by only increasing on the body, then increasing on both body and sleeves, and then if necessary, only on the sleeves down here. I'm gonna have to see what happens as I knit, but I do have my notes for how I think I'm gonna do it, so I am ready to cast on. I am gonna knit it on my Chaogu bamboo needles. This is the teeny tiny little needle for the neckline. I just took my short bamboos I put them on a cable from the shorty set. I think I will still be working on this when we go to Texas, and when I fly, I always use wooden or bamboo needles. I know that most airports will allow metal needles, but I just always use the wooden or the bamboo. These are actually my favorite needles, the Gu bamboo needles. They're so nice. So that's fine by me. But I did think ahead just a little bit, which I'm kind of proud of myself for doing. Before I do my Christmas Day cast on, I do have a few things to share with you. First, I'm gonna open up my full skeins from the Advents, and after that, I am gonna show you some amazing presents that I got yesterday. But let us start with these. Camajo Knits has a full skein for day 25, and I am so excited to see what that is gonna look like. I'm sorry for the crinkling. These are wrapped a little more than the mini skeins has been. Wow. This red looks brighter on camera. Yeah, it definitely looks brighter on camera. It is a somewhat bright red, but not as bright as it looks on camera. But look at the colors. You can still see the variations. Wow. This is gorgeous. Wow. See, now I sit here and think, I could also do some color work on my Christmas Day cast on. Wouldn't that be amazing? With all the subtleties to the color, this is gonna be so great for color work. That's what I want to use this for. That would look so good for just a one color work on the yoke. And then this, because of all the variation to it. It is beautiful. I know I've said this before. I really think I'm gonna have the Camajo Knits Advent again next year. Her style of dyeing, her aesthetics, her color, use of color, it's just, yeah, it's me. I like it. I really like her colors and the way she dyes yarn. So I do think that probably next year I'm gonna get her Advent again, because it's been such a pleasure opening the little mini skeins every day. There is also a full skein from Dragon Horde Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations. Excuse me, I think I've been singing and talking too much yesterday. You had to choose your house when you ordered this, and for some reason Isabella was like, Slytherin, I want Slytherin. I mean, who wants Slytherin? But I am really excited to see what color we're gonna get. I am gonna add this to her blanket. It's gonna make for 5 triangles in the blanket, just distributed throughout. Oh my goodness. I am so happy she picked Slytherin. Look at this. Just look. I want a hat in this. I want a hat. Just look. It's so pretty. Oh my God. It's Dragon Horde yarn that made this one. And it is so so, so pretty. I have been loving the colors of this advent, and I have been loving doing the guessing game with Isabella. That has been so much fun. I do not think that I'm gonna get their advent next year. I would love to, but it can be really expensive to get yarn from the US shipped to Denmark because of all of the taxes. This advent almost doubled in price for me to get it to Denmark. Now, if the advent was ready to ship in October, I'd definitely get it because I'm probably gonna be in Texas in October, but I'm not gonna be there in November, which is when this one usually ships. What I, of course, could have done was buy one this year, have it shipped to my son, and just let it wait there until next year and then open it, but I didn't do that. But I could see myself buying yarn from both Yarn Cafe Creation and Dragon Horde yarn. They're really good, and this color is yay, hat or blanket. I am gonna put it into the blanket. I have mentioned this once before, but I am gonna do the Mini Max blanket, which is one of my own patterns that was created to use with an advent. It is a blanket with triangles, like working their way up, and like you knit 3 panels of these triangles and then seam them together. In the pattern, what I suggest is that you take 1 strand of a fingering calendar, advent calendar, and hold it with some mohair and then just knit away. I don't think I'm gonna add mohair to Isabella's blanket. I think right now what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna have to play with it, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the advents double. That way I can make 1 triangle with each 20-gram mini skein, and I can make obviously 5 with this full skein. And then I'm gonna do alternating triangles, so 1 in the advent colors and then the next one in a main color, advent, main, so on and so forth. But I will have Isabella come over and we're gonna play with the colors and see what she prefers. It is her blanket after all. I was lucky enough to get some yarny presents last night. I got so many presents and they, yeah. I've been spoiled for sure. But especially the yarny presents, I think could be interesting for you to see. I did get some Hol Super Soft, which is a yarn that I like working with. I've only ever used it for like smaller projects. This particular color, it's called Venetian Red, and it is so pretty. And I need a sweater in this. I first met this color when I was knitting garters for my son's hunting socks. I don't think I ever showed them on the podcast, but here they are. It's probably the strangest thing that I have ever knit, garters for my son. But they look amazing. And yeah, as I was knitting with the Venetian Red, I was like, I'm gonna need a sweater's quantity of this. And I got that last night, a sweater's quantity and then some. This is gonna last me. This is really gonna last me for quite a lot of time. My plan is to do the in and out raglan. It's a sweater recipe from the Republic of Me. She does these in and out raglans, which are just Simple raglan sweaters with positive ease on the body, slim sleeves, and yeah, super simple and very much to my taste. So I think I'm gonna do an in and out raglan with this one. That would be so pretty. I got 4 copies of this amazing book and I cannot wait to read it. It was on my wish list. It is Lærke Bagger, a Danish knitter. She's the Danish Stephen West, only I like her aesthetics better and her ideas better. But it's the same kind of, this is an artist. This is not a knitwear designer. It's an artist, just like Stephen West. This is her 2nd book. I have her 1st book. I haven't knit any of her patterns, but I can read that book and I can flip through that book again and again and again. She has such amazing ideas and she's all about freeing up our knitting. So really looking forward to reading this one. That's probably gonna happen today when we take a little break from watching The Hobbit, because we're probably gonna need breaks. I also got a, can you call it a gift certificate from Peter, a letter from him? He is planning a trip for us to go to New York in October, hang out in the city for a while. We love New York City. And then going up to Rhinebeck. He's taking me to Rhinebeck. I have been wanting to go to Rhinebeck ever since I heard about it. It was the first yarn festival that I ever heard about, was Rhinebeck. And I've been like, I want to do that. And next year, I am gonna do that. I am going to Rhinebeck. Yay! I really hope some of you are going to. It would be so much fun to meet up. I am sure I'm gonna enjoy myself a lot. If you watched my Vlogmas from yesterday, you also saw me opening up a present from the Nisse, who seems to know me very well, very well. He gave me a message that the beautiful bag that I didn't get when I was last at the McKinney Knittery. He knew I regretted not getting that bag, so he had been in touch with Ginger up in the knittery and arranged for one of those bags to be put aside for me so that I can go pick it up in January when we're in Texas. That Nisse knows me so well, it's like he's inside my head. It's almost scary. But again, it's also nice to have a Nisse that knows you so well. You never have to talk to him. He just knows you. It is, as I said, like he's inside you. I do hope you all have a Nisse like that, because that is a good thing to have. I don't want to end this, because when I end this, I am ending Vlogmas. And I don't want it to end. But on the other hand, I can't sit here and talk for the rest of my life. I would run out of battery, if nothing else. Thank you so much for making my Christmas so much better than it has ever been before. As I said, it has added a layer to my Christmas joy to have this opportunity to chat with you, connect on a daily basis. It has been absolutely wonderful. So thank you for you. It has been a pleasure. And I do hope that I will see you again when I go back to regular podcasting, which is probably gonna happen sometime this week. Until then, a very Merry Christmas to you. Take care, enjoy yourself, and keep knitting.
I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish upon that star. The only dream of which my list consists is to always be wherever you are. This year there will be no praying for the snow to fall. It would not make a difference to me at all. No, I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish and it came true.